Hello, everybody. My name is Amul. I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm joined with.
I'm Jeff Pelton here down in sunny San Diego.
All right, yeah, and this actually is a sunny day today, which is awesome. Yeah, well, this is the Smoking Hot Coffee show where we cover startups, all things startups, the technology, the marketing, monetization, all of it, design. And here's our site, www.smokinghotcoffee.com. If it's not coming up, then just remove the www and just do Smoking Hot Coffee. There's an issue with that. And of course, Jeff can be reached at Comster, and I can be reached at Amul_Patel. So, Jeff, we're on episode 3, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, we're moving right along. This has been fun. We had a nice weekend to relax. I know got out of town, and I stayed at home and took care of some chores. But we're back at it. We're still doing this.
Yeah, this is pretty great. We're working on number 3. I felt the second episode was a little bit tighter than the first one, which is nice. So, just hang with us, guys. I'm sure by the episode like 400, we'll get really good at this.
Yeah, you mentioned an issue with the dot, and that's on my to-do list. And this first week of episodes, we're going to get the website up and running. So that's one of the upfront things that we're going to have to get going, and hopefully won't be an issue after about a week. But I'm really looking forward to doing some of the design and getting our website functional to help support the episodes.
Yeah, and just to give people the background on what's going on behind the scenes. So I've been working up some designs for our logo and for our personas, and I've been thinking about ideas for a quick intro and outro, maybe a lower third for the show itself. So when we render these things out, maybe I'll bring them in After Effects and layer some stuff on there. So I'm hoping to have some of that ready by the end of this week. So that's what we're working on, and we also hired our first VA from Odesk, and she's putting together a contact database from all the startups that we're going to cover, so that they're going to be on our email list, and that's what's going on behind the scenes. Is there anything else I'm missing?
No, it's pretty good. I think it's good to keep people in the loop. We don't want to spend too much time talking about it, but this week will be obviously some upfront setup time. So we hope you guys bear with us, but also enjoy seeing some of the behind the scenes of what we're doing.
Yeah, and we'll be updating the site itself, the front end design, of course, the back end. So, and I'm hoping that we'll cover a lot of that on the show, so people can see, your framework in action, which is built on. Tell us a little bit about House.js really quick.
Oh, well, I don't want to get into it right now, but House.js is a JavaScript framework that I've put together and open sourced to help me put together all these websites, typical stuff you want to have, like a blog and some other. It's really an application platform, but targeted at the web and a RESTful interface. So, I love building backbone applications, and so it works really well for that.
Yeah, and it's you've got Backbone, you've got Node, you've got the what is it?
I'm using MongoDB for data, so it's a lot of JavaScript and JSON documents. It's kind of all in the same language and atmosphere.
Yeah, so we'll cover that a little bit, but this isn't an overly technical show, so we've got another podcast or video cast for that. So, all right, let's get into it. I think we last left off at Human. And now we're on to lackedup, so let's check them out. All right, so let me open this up a little bit. Okay, so it looks like we've got a landing page here. Group chat for casual people. Beautifully designed, I have to say. I really like this. Log in with your email. Let's see if they've got... yep, they do have an email login. Okay, so they're not using LaunchRock, so it looks like they built their own homebrew version.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
But it doesn't really say much here. It looks like there's a coffee ground thing going on. What is this, Jeff? I knew you.
Yeah, I like the coffee connection, right?
Yeah.
I think this was probably on our list just because we're keeping an eye on some of this space of application, which is group chat, I guess. We've had IRC around forever. For those that don't know, it's Internet Relay Chat is kind of a backbone of the internet, almost like email or web pages are. So it's interesting to see where applications can improve on the typical chat experience.
I'd like to bring up the fact that this is the marketing, how the marketing or product people package or rather position their products. So they're saying group chat for casual people. What are they saying? Does this mean you don't need to sign up and you can invite people without sign up? Is that what they mean by casual people? I mean, I get the group chat. What the fuck does this mean? What does this mean?
Casual people. Yeah, I guess they're trying to generalize that it works for you.
Works for you. I don't even understand what you mean by that. What does that mean?
That
You're not professional? That you're casual? I don't know.
Yeah, you've got me.
I don't know. I don't know what this means, but I do know there's some money in the space. What was that one? The enterprise chat, Yammer, or whatever that was? They were doing some sort of micro blogging. I don't know if chat is part of that, but I guess if you add presence and it's all real time, then essentially it is a chat, right? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where the money is at in this one, but the design is nice, and they are positioning this for casual people. And it does look like a web-based thing. It doesn't look like they have a Android or iPhone-specific app. So, all right, so we'll just move on.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for an invite on that one to see more.
Yeah, so we'll move on from that. Let me go back to this. Back. And let's move on to the next one. Where are we? Gocardless.
And so one of the things, real quick, while we're here, is that we want to improve by next week is hopefully we'll have more links and resources to these websites ahead of time on SmokingHotCoffee.com. So on the side, I was just trying to look them up on AngelList, and I couldn't find them. But I think something that'll help streamline this is by having some of those resources ahead of time. And
I agree.
It'll give us a little bit more backstory on thee companies. But,
so
that's just something to look forward to for next week.
Yeah, so bear with us. The show's going to be, we're going to be iterating the show as we move forward. All right, so here we are at gocardless, the next generation of direct debit. Accept online payments via direct debit for 1%. Okay, that's cool. Another
like
finance.
How they explain it right there, 1%.
Yeah, that's great. And looks like they've got the finance where they got the call to action. There's no slider. I do like the design. It's a little bit sparse up here, but I really like they've got beautiful topography on here.
Yeah, it's pretty minimal.
A great use of white space here. Beautiful. It looks like they're going with this looks like Roboto and maybe Proxima Nova, but really nicely designed. Okay, so we got use pay links, create a link in seconds, send this link by email. So some sort of payment. They've got an API for the different frameworks, the different programming languages, REST-based API. So how is this different?
It's impressive to have all those snippets for each different language right there.
Yeah, and it looks really clean. I mean,
it's quite a bit of information right here on the homepage.
Yeah, it looks like they got an API. Definitely for developers. This is definitely a developer-oriented site. Partner applications. So they integrate with these crowdsourcing sort of accounting type partners. So that's good. Looks like they've got some partners already on board. And looks like they've got some press. That's good. And they've got a Twitter feed. Very nice. All in all, I think this is a nice sales page for developers if they want to sign up, maybe consider using these. How are these guys different from Stripe, for example, Jeff? What's your thoughts?
I don't know enough about each of them to compare them, honestly, at this point. I probably should start looking into both of them more detailed. Stripe, I know, is real popular with developers as well. The thing that struck me when I saw this homepage of gocardless is that it looks like they're trying to fit in with all of these micropayment things that are going on, the micro funding too. So they had an example there where it was almost like you're trying to get funding for your college tuition,
right?
Or even rent, or whatever it is.
Did they have that on here?
Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, one of these examples, it kind of maybe the We Fund It.
Let me see here.
What page were you on?
So I'm on the homepage here. People we funded. How it works? Okay, so it looks like I'm on partner applications. I don't see what you're seeing. Maybe you're seeing somewhere else.
Yeah, I forget where.
Pay.
Here it is. I want to collect 200. That screenshot for studio rent.
This is
so
cool.
I'm not sure where that.
Yeah, this is very cool
so
though.
There's an email. Yeah, to.
And listen, let me. You know what? I really think PayPal's sort of searching and sorting of the transactions is fucking horrendous. It's also super fucking slow. I fucking hate PayPal. So anybody that competes with PayPal is great. I'm very happy that PayPal exists, and it's great that they created the market. But we need some competitors to PayPal. So yes, this is good. This is really good.
Yeah,
And
no, this looks very easy to use
yeah, yeah, it certainly does. I do like their
compared to
UI.
what we've all experienced with PayPal.
And it looks like I noticed they got pounds here, so this probably is a British startup. But I do like also this 1%. This is great. 1%
Yeah, I love
pricing.
how that's right up front
Yes,
too. I
yeah.
mean, that's right in their first message.
Yeah, I mean, this shit is all automated, man. What the fuck are they charging so much money? PayPal fees are horrendous. Yes,
Yeah.
we need some fucking competition in this space. So this is great. All right, so let's move on, unless you have anything else to add, Jeff.
No, I mean, I think this is good. We're both pretty optimistic about this one.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Treehouse. Oh, great. I actually subscribe to Treehouse. This is a great service. I've learned a lot of stuff through Treehouse. Love these guys. Let's check out their. Let's see. They've got a video up front and center. Their landing page here. Start learning today. Can I get some sample videos without paying for anything? I wonder.
I think you can.
Let's see here. Let's view project, build simple, view stage. This looks good. And can I watch a video? Yes, it can. This is great. Yeah, this is great. This is great that they're not making me pay or sign up to watch stuff.
I'm Nick, and welcome to Website Waters.
This is great.
Yeah, I think the concept of this website's beautiful. We're definitely looking for more learning and education online. And these guys are taking a pretty good attack on that.
Yeah, and they've got some customer testimonials here. They've got some people validation here. Big brands. This is great. I'm a big fan of these guys. I know they're making money. I saw them on Mixergy. Maybe it was last year sometime. So this is awesome. The one issue I have with Treehouse is that their tutorials, their process is they don't have a. I know they have some sort of where you can test out, you can type out the code, but it's not as good as Code Academy, where it's a lot more sort of type
live
this.
Code editing.
Yeah, live code editing and sort of help. And even Code Academy, I have some issues with because their sort of hint structure could be better. But I'm a big fan of all this, kind of learn how to design, how to code in the browser. So definitely this is a step up from Linda, which I fell asleep through many Linda videos trying to learn this shit. So interactivity is really big, I think.
Okay, and so that's what their differentiation is from the previous generation of Linda type education videos.
Yeah, but I do think Code Academy is on the cutting edge of that. So these guys do need to catch up to that, but this is a great space. It makes money. People will pay to learn.
What do you think about the library categories, like the type of courses that they're offering?
I think this is great. I dig the business.
Websites, programming, iOS.
It's definitely like a startup, learn to become a startup in a box kind of thing, which is really cool. And some of their examples are okay. I do like the fact that they're covering in Rails and they're doing a social network in Rails. It'd be nice if they covered like Node and Backbone. They don't do Node or Backbone, and at least as far as I know, I could be wrong. But I don't think. I think they're very Ruby-centric.
PHP.
Yeah, they got a little PHP. They've got iOS, Android. So I
They
don't.
have a roadmap at the bottom.
Yeah, but I don't see a lot of JavaScript. The frameworks. I don't see like
Check
Angular.
a couple more things for me. Check that roadmap for fun, and then the plans and pricing.
Where the fuck is this roadmap?
Roadmap at the very bottom. See what's ahead.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so they're covering console, which is cool. Ruby. iPhone app, Android app, how to build, CSS Foundation, box model, CSS3. Yeah, see, we're not seeing Backbone here. We're not seeing Node. So that's an issue, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's an issue.
It would be nice to see a few more cutting edge, technologies taken on. But again, I mean, I was posing that question because I think it's hard to make those decisions. There's a ton of different equally powerful technology platforms and languages you could look at. So so they're all great.
Yeah, so they may be waiting to see who wins this bet, right? Who wins the JS bet? So
sure. Take a look at the pricing real quick. I'm curious how they do it per course, or is there a flat fee I can do? What if I want everything?
So they got a yearly subscription, $250. They got a $25 a month, which is what I'm doing. And then, it looks like they've got get member feedback, exercise your creative. I don't know what all this is. Looks like they've got They've got a that's cool. They've,
Exercise Your Creative is an inspiring series of creative workshops where Treehouse teacher Matt Helm focuses on improving your creative.
Nice.
So it looks like they've got videos for on this sort of pricing grid, which is I don't think I've seen that before. Sort of the premium versions and them using video to sell that. That's cool.
Oh wow, that's very nice. Because actually, you know, those check marks in the columns are probably trying to indicate features that they, you know, it's hard to say in a few words what that is.
Yeah, and I would have preferred the play icon to be almost next to the check or some sort of hover, or because it's kind of small, but it, you know, it is definitely it's definitely there. And all right, so cool. They're doing Rails and all that. So let's move on.
So these guys are going to be around for a while, I think.
Absolutely.
I guess they've already been around for about a year. You've said you're a customer, so I'm sure we'll see them in the future.
Yep. And I know they've gotten funding and they're cash positive. So yeah, it's good stuff. Let's move on. Cool. So we're at Lively Feed now. We're at the sign up. Group messaging go social. Here's another chat messaging thing. Check back late August. I think August is gone. Yeah, August.
Yeah, I don't know how we let this slip through here. There's definitely a few of these on our homepage, but we're looking to get some more high quality startups probably.
Okay, so this one is landing page. I don't see much information on this. Check back with them. It looks like they're doing group messaging, group SMS. I don't see any differentiator. This is obviously not going to get me to sign up. It's a nice design though, I have to say. But
decent photo,
yeah, but there's not much more I can really add.
Not much to go on.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, in the future, when we have a little more back history on some of these splash pages, it'll be more helpful if we have the news story about the funding to go with it. But
yeah,
for now, we'll try to look for some applications to demo.
So here we go. Emptybottle.es. Empty bottles taste new wines. Never forget the good ones. Oh, so it looks like it's an Android app, and I'm not sure if it's an iPhone app because it looks like they've got it framed in an iPhone.
Yeah, that's actually confusing.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
that was kind of weird. But looks like they've got a grid here with labels of wines, and that's it. So I don't know. This might be a subscription service for wines, which I think is pretty clever. Maybe.
Well, the idea of never forgetting the good wines, I guess, is kind of a problem you could look at, right? You try a lot of different wines and trying to figure out which ones you like and don't like, and you probably forget half of them. So what do people do? Collect the either the label or the top, right? Okay. The cork or something. I don't know, but I like the idea of collecting more things using our iPhones, or our Android phones with the camera.
I totally dig that. That's really clever.
GPS and quick photo. Just snap the label and you could probably type in some notes, thumb up, thumb down, or 1 out of 10. It'll be interesting to see what they do, but you can imagine doing this with a lot of other things than just wine. And
what would be kind of cool is if I sign up for this network, maybe if there's a pay model, ideally, if they could send me a sensor that I even attach to my phone, and maybe it checks the acidity or a bunch of other shit.
You get into wine testing.
Yeah, wine testing or wine tasting. Maybe people can start adding attributes, fruity or oaky or whatever the attributes are for different wines. But no, this I know I've seen wine type startups before. I know this model. I think this vertical works. There's a very passionate community. They've got money. So I think these guys are definitely barking up the right tree. We'll have to see what this exactly is. So maybe if they check back with us, we'll be definitely in contact with you guys. So let us know. All right, so let's move on. Here we are at CoBookApp.com. CoBook app for the iPhone. I do like the slider within the iPhone. That's pretty cool. Unified address book. Okay, so it looks like they're aggregating contacts for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Oh, that's kind of interesting. What do you think? Is there a market for this, Jeff? These guys are definitely
that's what I'm wondering. I think we've seen this in the past, but it's been a while since we've seen a good contacts startup pop up.
Yeah, a contact startup. Contacts is it's usually a foundational component for any startup, for any social network. So it'll be interesting to see
Well, yeah. So I guess the contacts were kind of owned by Facebook now, or owned by Google.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a real problem since back in the days with like syncing contacts. When you had a Palm Pilot and like other devices, and the internet wasn't connected to everything. But
right, I have to say
maybe they're adding a layer of information on top. It looks like
could be, yeah, could be. Let's quickly go through this tour here. Beautifully designed, by the way, guys. Whoever did this, really nicely designed. So it looks like details, bridge profiles, get social, see tweets, likes, professional info, smart, quickly add. CoBook automatically recognizes the type of information you're adding. Local time, organize. It's interesting. I guess you can organize it differently. I have to say, Jeff, I know there's these fragmentation of all the different networks, but I'm not so sure if I would use something like this. I would just go into the Facebook app if I want to find a contact, or my LinkedIn app, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what most people do. I'd like to see more on what specific problem they're solving, because I'm sure people who do use their contacts throughout, all the time, or people that are really trying to curate their contacts, like boil it down, because I'm sure I have people listed 5 separate times in my contacts, once with their phone number, once with their email, all the typical problems with contacts that you have organizing and maintaining them.
Right.
I'm sure that they're doing a great job of solving some of those organizational problems. But you bring up a good point, which is most people just really don't care that much or have that much of a problem with it. This might be for the professional that has more of a Rolodex type, need for their contact.
Yeah,
list.
that's a good point. That's a good point. So there's
I'm
definitely
not sure.
Yeah, there's definitely most consumers maybe not, but there definitely maybe certain professionals this could be very useful for. So, all right, well, clearly they're making this app. I mean, they probably see that there's a problem out there. I don't know how big the market is, but all right. And it
well,
also,
like you said, sometimes just having a better designed product can, change the user's mind.
Yeah, I
If,
agree.
it's a beautiful website, and as we've seen before with what is it, to-do apps, right? Things and other very simple apps to do one specific thing.
Right.
If maybe they can really crack it open, where it's just, wow, this is so easy and pain-free that I never want to have to go to Facebook again. So,
yeah, so it does
maybe we
say
should,
organizing and intelligent social automation, contact management app. So yeah, I guess it is. Maybe they do have some intelligence and some sort of ways of filtering, but it makes it painless. Organizing contacts. So this is that's very useful, I think. All right, cool. So there's a clear. Looks like they've also been covered by a lot of the blogs and stuff. So that's great. All right, so let's move on. Let's see, yourmechanic.com. Wow, this is cool. Mechanics. This is definitely a brick and mortar vertical, and I like brick and mortar verticals. I like the real world.
Yep.
This is interesting. Get your car fixed at the convenience. Oh, so this is a mechanic delivery or on-site? Mechanics come to you. Wow. This is cool, man. Oh, I dig this.
This is one of those things, one of those problems you have, every so often, and you hate to deal with it.
Yeah.
You're not an expert at it.
Right, and you don't want to get fucked. You don't want to get screwed, by a mechanic. You don't know who to trust because you've heard the horror stories. Yeah, absolutely. So what do? They will come to your house or place of work 7 days a week. Apparently you can save up to 30%. Guaranteed work. Okay, go direct.
Looks like a marketplace for auto mechanics to kind of find you when you're in need of a problem.
Okay, that's cool.
Looks like the consumer is benefiting from this by getting more competitive marketplace, better price.
So it says, quote here, it ended up costing about half of what it would cost, and then when it came to buy another car, the mechanic came out twice to check out the cars, gave me a full report. Worked out really well. I would definitely recommend. Actually recommended several friends. Just the convenience of the whole aspect where you can go about your life and get work done. You don't need to take your car in. Wow, that is actually very convenient. Yeah.
It's incredibly compelling to the internet age.
Yeah,
It seems like this is how it could work.
And check out their SEOing. Looks like they've got some keywords here, some landing.
Yeah, they launched only in Northern California there.
School, yeah, the Bay Area. Yeah, no, this is great. Palo Alto, very nice. I love that. So they're doing local services. They focus very tight on the high-tech early adopter region, Silicon Valley. My prognosis is I think they're solving a real problem, and looks like they're probably going to make money at this. I have a good feeling. This sounds like a really smart group of people. Look, there's even user reviews. That's cool. Can I click on this? Do we get profiles?
It looks like these guys are going to be around. I just hope that they make it to San Diego by the time my my truck breaks down next time.
This is great. Right? This is great.
Oh, wow. This is cool. You got actual prices and feedback. And, I mean, it only makes sense, right, that you want to know if I have if I want to get my brakes replaced, how much did it cost the person before me that had the same car and the same brakes.
I also like the fact that they're breaking down the services, giving you a little bit of an abstract as to what is going on, why this happens. This is very, very cool, man.
There's a lot of room in the auto mechanic space to kind of do to-dos and videos and a lot of educational. There could be a lot more education online, I think.
Yeah, this is very cool. I dig the fact that they're doing part education, part reviews.
Well, I think that probably plays into their SEO pretty well as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, they're definitely doing the content play. This is very cool. Very,
Maybe
very
you should
cool.
give them a Facebook like there. They've got 1,200 already. But,
oh, wow, okay.
Might want to follow them.
Yeah.
See when they make it to LA.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check this out a little bit later. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Get a quote. Let's check out their lead gen. Oh, I can describe the problem. Let's see. Leaking. Very nice. Looks like they've got...
They even make it easy for you to describe the problem.
Very nice. This is really cool, man. I can see this I can see people breaking down these small verticals in different services and then kind of caving into the Yelp territory. This is very cool. I can definitely see this for maids and home cleaning. What else, Jeff? Any other ideas?
Yeah, everything.
Pest control.
I mean, it's like the old 1-800-dentist or a lot of these, or like towing companies have like a central dispatch that will end up calling other smaller local guys, that have a truck,
right.
To come out to you. But of course, when your breakdown in your car needs towing, you're not calling some local guy out of the phone book. You pull out Google and you call 1-800 tow trucks or whatever it is.
Right.
So it's kind of taking that to the internet.
Yeah, and I can see that they've got a nice little wizard for me to input the information, so it's not a ton of fucking crap that I got to fill out. It's taking me small, bite-size input.
Yeah, they have the nice step-by-step at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, this is great. This is really great.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
I have a good feeling that whoever's behind this is a very smart team. So good. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for this. I think this is a moneymaker. All right, so let's move on. lettuceapps.com. Ooh, beautifully designed. Very, very elegant. What is this? Take an order anywhere, Processseconds. It's a simple order management software for small business. Okay, so now we've seen with Square that people can take payments. They don't need a cash register. So what is this? Is this a point of service type thing? Beautiful.
Looks like mobile, iPad targeted e-commerce solution.
I can see this iPad e-commerce store, and it integrates with accounting, shipping, inventory. Now, I'm not so sure because there's certain verticals that have very specific needs, but
I can't tell who they're targeting really.
It does look. They've got Pacific Bird, Pure Fix Cycles, Pet Supplies, Unleashed Lives. So this could work for some small businesses, maybe even certain services, like maybe a life coach here. Learn more. It does look like a beautifully designed site, so they probably have a... Okay, so select actions, orders, actions, sync with QuickBooks, charge credit card, capture orders anywhere, so it's mobile, sales analytics, inventory can't be... Well, I have to say, Jeff, this is a beautifully designed app. So is this like a QuickBooks competitor?
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly who they're going after here, huh? Click Get Started, and let's just kind of see what all else they have here. But from what I can tell, it looks like a pretty custom e-commerce solution focused around their iPad app.
But this is like in the real world, not online. This is like when you're in for brick and mortar. So this is a brick and mortar point of sale thing, in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So it isn't like an e-commerce website. It's more like a tablet that you can be using in your store if you're a florist or whatever. Shipping integration, CRM. Okay, this seems pretty interesting. But it'd be nice if I can play around with something. But I got to input some stuff,
that's what I was looking for.
And I can't play around. Okay, guys, you guys got to let us play around with stuff. Or
yeah, what I would have loved on the homepage when you were looking at the testimonials or examples, it kind of, let's see.
Yeah, the testimonials, right?
You named people, right?
Yep.
Wholesome Pet Supplies, and it would be great if you could actually go to the Pet Supply website and look at their store.
Yeah.
Pacific Bird, Pure.
But you know what?
Those should be links to their actual product.
You know what though? Actually, now that I think about it, this is an actual real world app. This is in the real world, so they would have to simulate what a vendor would have to deal with when you get a customer. So maybe that's not.
To show the back end of the shipping fulfillment.
Exactly. So maybe the video, maybe the.
Bringing in sales and processing orders are key to a thriving business.
Oh, it's beautifully
Yet
designed,
they
yeah.
are filled with inefficiencies that waste time, money,
Yikes.
and focus. While you and your
Sorry, guys.
Kill that alarm.
Has it been already 30 minutes? Jesus Christ. Okay, so
sales rep should be concentrating on more important
through quite a
things.
few.
The day-to-day systems can make you feel like you're stuck in the dark ages. But the time has come.
I have to say,
throw
Jeff, I'm
away the
really
paper,
digging this
the
motion
fax
graphic.
machines, and
It's
quit
beautifully
the
designed.
repetitive
Yeah, it's a
data
very
entry.
nice animated video.
Introducing Lettuce, the simple sales app that streamlines the entire order process for you. Whether you use the iPad or web-based app, you can take orders anywhere and process them in real time.
Yeah, it is like a
Sales
POS.
mobile, it's what everyone needs.
Yeah.
It's interesting they didn't show an
fulfill your
iPhone
orders
on the
faster
homepage
than
or
ever.
anything, but
Now the work that used to take
I guess it
hours
does work
can
with
be done in
iPads.
seconds.
Yeah. No,
You
it
can
is.
also
It is
view
definitely a
sales,
POS,
inventory,
point of
and
sale type
analytics in real
application.
time, giving you the ability to see
This
all
is cool.
the aspects
This
of
is
your
definitely a
business.
large market. I think it's going to be growing. I just bought. I went to go get a pizza. I think last week. A new place here in West LA on in La Cienega, and it's a really nice place. So they got Chicago style pizza. And I walked in and it looked like the place was just being renovated, and it looked very disorganized. But the guy, brought out the order, and he had an iPhone ad, had the square, and it was cool, man. It works,
Yeah.
You don't need a cash
really
register. You don't need any of that shit. So I think this is definitely a huge market, and it's nice to see startups getting into this space.
Definitely.
Jeff, anything you want to add?
No, it looks great.
All right, cool. All right, so so I think we're out of time here, guys. God, that went by really fast. I would have liked to have covered maybe one more, but we'll tackle that next time. I really want to keep these.
Oops, there's my alarm.
Okay, that's your alarm. All right, so guys, again, you know how to get a hold of us. We've got our third episode in the can. Keep tuning in. We love comments. We love feedback. So please let us know what you think of the show, what we need to add, what we're missing, that kind of thing. Jeff?
Yep, definitely looking for you guys' feedback. I'm anxious to finish building the website this week and keep doing more episodes.
Yeah, cool. So thanks again for watching, and we will catch you next time.
See you next time, all.